But yeah, so today, you guys kind of wanted a behind the scenes of me setting my streamer bot up. Now, um, thanks for the likes, Mutt. I see you over there on TikTok too. Um, Speaking of which, I got to pull up one more little thingy. Um, but yeah, so today's gonna be a little bit different than my normal streams. Like I said, you guys kind of wanted to see a behind the scenes. Those are my Discord wanting to see it. Uh, um, but yeah, so it's a little going to be a little bit different than what my normal stream would be compared to gaming. My community in Discord wanted to see the behind the scenes of me setting this up, so this is going to be kind of like a tutorial like thing. Oh, thanks for the gifts, Mutt. All the roses or rosas. Um, so yeah, I can't. Okay, okay. What is happening here? My stuff is acting up a little bit. Um, but yeah, so it's a little different than what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna kind of walk through everything that I do, and kind of show you guys for any streamers or anybody just curious on how things work on behind the scenes. StreamerBot is what I use for all of my Twitch redeems, all of my chat commands, and everything. And what you're looking at is the base hub, the very start screen of StreamerBot. Now, I'm not going to do it here live, but I will say, in order to get this, you just have to uh, go to your browser, Google, StreamerBot, and go and download it. Hi, Foodie. Welcome in. Thank you guys for all the likes. So yeah, this once you get it downloaded and installed, that's very basic. You go to the like I said, you go to just Google StreamerBot. You'll find it. You'll look for the little emblem that you see on the screen and make sure that's the right thing, and then you just download it. And then when you get it, you open this. Now I've done a little bit in here, but very little, because I was waiting for since everybody wanted to kind of see what this does. So when you get it, you can link your platform. So these are the four main ones there that you can link to. Obviously, I only have my Twitch account linked. I have it linked, and then also all of your different streaming apps, your encoders, is what they're called. I use OBS, so my OBS is attached and linked. And then what's really cool about what I like about this is you can come into the settings, and there's all kind of stuff um, in here as well. Let's see, where is I don't. I'm trying to remember where all my things were myself. Or the thing that I'm trying. So like you can have Discord too, where you can like join their Discord. Oops, I did not mean to click on that. I do not want to go to their Discord right now. But they have a Discord so you can get all kind of stuff. This is 100% free. You do not have to pay for any of this at all. And see, so like I can see um, everybody that's viewed or joined and where you're joining from. Of course, I only have Twitch connected, so it's only going to show me Twitch people. But so it's pretty cool. You can kind of see, and then like Batsy, it tells me like your role as a moderator, what your username is, your log list, user ID. It'll tell you when you were last active in my stream. Um, so there's all kind of thing, and like see, it tells you you're subscribed. So it gives a bunch of different stuff, information here. So I thought that was really cool. Um, but the main things that I'm in, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to set up all my channel redeems. Wait a minute. Ooh. Yay. Okay, so my channel redeems are still here because it's linked to my Twitch. The downfall to this is I don't know why I have some that are blank. The downfall is, see, here's my redeems. They're not all here. They're not all here. So that's interesting. But yeah, so see, I have no actions here. I have one that I made after I downloaded, but I have no actions here. And that's where the big problem comes in, because now I have to actually do all of the um make all the actions so that the redeems actually work, because without any of this, none of it actually works. Um, so first off, I want to try to get this music going, because while I get hyper focused into doing this, I don't want there to be a whole lot of silence. Um, so, oh, wait a second. Mutt, did you just gift? You did. Thank you, Mutt, for the gift subs. Oh, I just saw that. I didn't have the screen up. It was covered up. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Also, if my model is in the way of anything or anything, let me know, guys. So, because I don't want it to be in the way where you can't see something. I'm gonna see if I can get this music to actually play like it's supposed to, because I don't understand why it's not. Because what I don't want to do, I'm gonna try something. Wonder if that did it. Yep. So interestingly enough, there we go. We are gonna turn that way down though. Turn that way down. So in OBS, another little behind the scenes tidbit here. Turn that way down. So, oh, wait, why is it? No. It it randomly decided that it was going to a whole different set of music that I don't have permission to play. I have permission from this artist to play their music. So, there. So, okay. I'm trying to gauge how loud it is. So yeah. Trying to see how loud it is, because I don't want it to be like crazy loud. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had my TikTok turned up, so I was echoey. I apologize, guys. Just this, like I said, this stream is going to be a little bit different, because it's going to be a lot more ticky and behind the scenes, so there will be a lot of live adjustments made. So yeah, if you hear anything weird, let me know. Hopefully the echo kind of went away. So yeah. All right, Batsy, is that better? Did my little echo go away? Hopefully it did. And hopefully you can hear the music and without it being too loud and being over what I'm doing. Okay. So, okay, cool. Um, okay, so let's start with some simple stuff. So, like this action right here, I have already on here. It um, it is a timed action, and this is literally just we'll put this message up into the Twitch chat every so often. Automatically, I type all this in and get it going, and I can say, if I have a bot account, which I do, I can have the bot send it, or I can have it send from my account directly, so it looks like I sent it to chat. So you can do both. You can do one. It will default to the bot. If you select both, the bot will send it. But that'll be the message it sends, and you have to do it in a matter. Your timing is in a matter of seconds. So I'm going to do. I want to see if I can remember how to do the welcome one that I had. Um, and we're gonna go. So in order to do that, you come to your action screen here. You right click and hit add, and then you put the name. So whatever we want to name it. So I'm gonna make this the welcome message. So I'm just gonna put welcomed. We do not want it. Well, we can leave it in the times. That's just a grouping organizationally. And then the queue will determine how that action reacts or is timed, as far as like um, actual I'm trying to think of the words here. So like is it going to overlap other things, or will it have to wait for things? The default one, there's no blocking, there's no delay or anything like that. So we're just going to hit default, leave it there, hit OK, and it creates our action. So then once you get that done, which is the easy part, the way I go to it, I do go to the trigger. So what is going to trigger this to happen? And you hit add, and then I think it's under core. No. For the welcome message, the way I do it is you go into Twitch or whichever software or platform you're going to. But I'm doing Twitch, and you go to chat, and then it's first words. See, then it's like you put username, and I can put specific people. But it tells you right here, leaving username empty is considered a catch-all and will trigger on any first words event. So anytime you chat in on Twitch for the first time while this is enabled, it will send this message. So we're going to do that. We're going to leave it to any. Now this is also a good way to do shout outs for people when they stream. So like for when they join your chat. So if you are like have a bunch of friends that stream or something like that, then you could just you put that on there. And oh, hi, Corey, welcome in. But yeah, so the first words you can do it to be a shout out, but this one I'm just going to make as the welcome message because I like to welcome everybody. If so, that way if I'm really locked into a game or something, I at least have a chat message that's going to be automatic. So make sure everybody's being engaged and everybody is feeling welcome, because I do want to welcome everybody, and I usually do say hello, and I do say welcome in or something to that effect every time. So now you got to figure out what the sub action is. What happens when this trigger happens? What is the action that's actually going to be triggered? So for this one, you go to add, you go to Twitch. We're going to go back into chat, and then it's send message to channel. So it gives you the little nifty box here. And then this box has the same things: send using a bot account, or from broadcaster, which is myself. So for the welcome, I don't want the bot to send it. I want to send it. I want my name to be attached to it because I want to welcome. I don't want my bot to welcome you. I want to welcome you. I want that personal touch. So let's see. Let's just say, oh, welcome in. Glad you're here. You are here. Now my other one, I'll edit this later once I get all the commands and everything back in, because that's another thing I have to set up, and I'll show you guys that some too. But you can type whatever you want to in this box, and you have up to 500 characters to do that. So I get this in there. Welcome in. Glad you're here. So I'm gonna put have a TV dinner and say and relax, because the TV dinners is my channel's check-in, for the check-in for my channel. So that's another thing I have to set up, obviously, still, because all of my stuff got taken. Like, all of my stuff was gone because I accidentally deleted this whole thing, and it is not web-based, so nothing was saved. So yeah, so welcome in, glad you're here, grab a TV dinner and relax. So that message will be sent on first words every time now. So it should even do it for me. So let's see if it will trigger. I'm gonna send a message in chat, and let's see. Nope. I don't have a. I've already said something in chat, so it's still not gonna. It's not triggering it. So I tried. But yeah, so the first time you chat, that should pop up, and now with that being active, the next person, the first words that they say in my Twitch chat will automatically get that message. So it's going to be interesting because, like I said, the message says to grab a TV dinner, and I don't have that set up yet. So, now there's a bunch of time messages that I had. I think I'm going to not worry about those. The remote one that you guys like so much, I will probably put that one back in. But what I want to do, let's see, let's go to commands. So yeah, see, my command list is also empty. So all of the chat things that I had set up for you guys to engage with, the remote, the different little sound effects and stuff that you could do through chat, all of that was done through commands. And as you can see, my command list is also empty, so I'm rebuilding it. So I have to do that too. So right now there's so much, and to be honest, I'm slightly overwhelmed trying to do and think about everything that I have to do in here, because it angered me so much when this happened. But okay, so it looks like all this stuff is here. Okay, so as you can see in this screen, these are my channel rewards. So these are on Twitch. You have channel points, and you have the points you can use to do things and redeem certain things for the streamer. If you're not familiar with those on TikTok, if you're not familiar with how Twitch works, that is the basic of it, I guess, to say. So yeah, so it is kind of one of those things. You can do all of this through Twitch directly. All of these things can be set up and put in directly through Twitch. But I do it through here because I have a lot more customization to it. So just to show you guys, we're gonna go to the TV dinner one. So yeah, so when you make one, you go to, I think it's hold on. So like you can just right click, create reward, and it'll bring up this screen, right? So I'm not doing that right now. I'm just going to show you one that's here. So this is a TV dinner. This is my channel check-in one. You give it a color and all that. I just do the random color. You set your cost right here. You set how many per stream can be used, and you can set how many per user per stream. So with this being a check-in, there you can only each user can only use it one time per stream. So you can't redeem it over and over and over again and just rack up a bunch of points. And then there's a global cooldown. That is the cooldown timer that runs invisible to everybody, that will tell you when and when you can't actually redeem it. So a lot of people have these cooldowns for hydrate because people will spam them. Sorry, guys. Will spam the hydrate and force a bathroom break on the streamer. So that's always fun. But you can put a cooldown here, and everything is done in seconds. So you have to, if you wanted a 5-minute thing, you would have to do 5 times 60 seconds and put whatever that number is. So what is that, 300? Yeah. So you need to put 300 seconds in there or whatever, right? So that's what you put. With this being the check-in, obviously I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any of that. And then you can group them. You can just create a group, you know, for it. So now this is supposed to have, pretty sure this one, I'm pretty sure that one's supposed to be there. So I think that's the one that I need. I'm gonna double check real quick. So I want to make sure that that's the thing. But basically, what I need it to do is to, I can do this. I need it to count. Eh. I need it to continue to count. I need it to hold the number that you have from stream to stream to stream. The downfall that's being deleted, I think that's gonna start everybody's count over, and I hate that because it showed how many times you came and you checked in, but I think that's gonna be cleared out, and everybody's gonna have to start over, sadly. The platform Twitch channel, persist user count the variable. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's it. Just take persist per user counter. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I need that thingy. I need that checked. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me turn it off, because it shouldn't. Hold on. What is this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I need. So I'm gonna save that like that. I'm pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to go. So now we have to, once we have the command made, all my commands are here. You have to go back to actions, and then you have to add action. So right click, come in here. So we're gonna do, we're gonna call this check-in. Oops. The check-in. This is not gonna be on timed messages. This is gonna be on redeems. So we're gonna make a new group by just simply clearing out that name and typing another one. It will automatically create another little thing here, and click OK. See, now there's a redeems channel, or redeems little heading there. So it makes check-in. So make sure we're highlighted on that. And kind of like the other time, we're going to go to the trigger, add trigger, Twitch, and then it's channel rewards, and then it's reward redemption is what you want for when you're doing any channel redeems. So you want to hit that. Then it'll bring up this drop down menu, and you just go find which one you're looking for. So this one is a TV dinner, and then you hit OK. Now, you can also, if you're making a brand new one, if you're literally have nothing in here, like I thought I did, I didn't think I even had my redeems in here. If you have absolutely nothing in here, then you can hit create reward. Create reward will bring up the same type of menu that I showed you earlier in the platform area, and you'll be able to make all that, set all your things. But I don't need to do that, luckily, so I just highlight TV dinner as a reward and I hit OK. So now that's telling StreamerBot to do these things when somebody redeems TV dinner. So what we want to do, what I really wish. Oh, is it not showing the menu on stream? Hold on. Oh man. I'm gonna wait to see. Yep, so it's not pulling this up. Okay. Okay, I see. Hold on. Lame. Thanks, Bessie, for catching that. So what that means is I've got to, yeah, so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do display capture. And do, I have to make a different thing. See, this is why it is. So let's do primary, capture cursor, boom. Okay, so now, yeah, you guys get to see all the fun things now, or you will. Come over here. I don't need this now. Okay. So now you guys should be seeing everything that I see. So yeah, so this little thing right here is my transparent chat. So for Twitch, I do not have to look away from my screen that I'm looking at when I'm gaming or when I'm doing anything. This is what it looks like. It shows all of the chat as it comes up. So I do have my manager up as well, but this just allows me to see it without having to do a bunch of twisting of my neck or whatever. So yeah, but yeah. So what I was saying is, you have a menu. It comes up. It comes up and it shows you all the different things. Okay. So yay, I see it coming up now. Okay. So yeah, so you have all the different things. You can name it. You select your group or whatever. And you just, like I was saying, you just clear it out, type a new name, and it'll make another little drop down. So you have all the different actions and stuff, concurrent, random actions, always running. Like it doesn't go through, it ignores queue basically, and exclude from action queue, so on and so forth. And it'll give you little descriptions of stuff too. So that's what it is. So, and then this, you hit add, and then Twitch channel reward redemption is what I went to there. So yeah, and then so now we have to add what that is actually going to do. So what is it when somebody redeems that? What is actually going to happen? What is actually going to pop up on screen or in chat? What's happening? Oh, okay. So specifically for this one, I don't remember what I had. And that's one of the things that annoys me about having to redo this. But we're going to go to Twitch, go to chat, and we're going to send a message to channel. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one set up where the bot sends it. I'm going to leave just both of them selected, but I'm going to have the bot send it. So what you want to do is use variables at this point. So for StreamerBot, you use a percentile symbol, and then we're going to say username. So it will pull whoever redeemed it, it'll pull their name into this. So is, let's see, getting, I think it was settled in, and comfortable. I'm terrible at spelling, guys. Don't make fun of me. I promise you I'm smart most of the time, some of the time, every now and then. And then you say they have, I forget the variable for the count. So I'm gonna look that up real quick. Because what's it bad? Blah blah blah. Da. Oh man, I don't remember how I said this. Lame. Okay. So what I would normally have is there's a variable here, and you have whatever the number is. I don't remember what that variable is. So I'm gonna have to do some research again to remember how that variable was set up. But then they have had whatever the number is, and then we say meals. So that way, when they come in, it'll give you a username, and then when I figure out exactly that variable, I make sure I have that set up just right. It will, right here in this gap that I put in here, it will have the count of how many they've had since they started redeeming it, since this has gone live. So it will send that message into chat. So when you redeem it, it'll show you all that. So, okay, so let's go back here. So we're going to go and continue with redeems. You can click on that, right click on that, and hit add again. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to do, let's do the book talk one. Oops. Book talk. So this is going to be group redeems. I'm naming it book talk because this is going to be the one that puts up my book talk inspired model. So we're going to go back to add Twitch channel rewards, reward redemption. And then we just have to select the book talk one because we already have that made. We're going to hit OK. And then again, that gives you that. So now this one's really fun. I do remember how this one works for the most part. So this one is, these are very interesting. So you have to have your streaming encoder linked or this one does not work, because what I have to do now is I have to go to add on my sub actions. I have to go to add OBS Studio, and then I think it's, yes, sources, set source visibility state. So what I have to do is I have to come in here and look through all of these things, and I have to find the overlay. What is the title of the scene? Is overlay. It's just very basic, very basic. I don't have any fancy titles. And then that tells you where it's looking, and then you have to find the source in that thing. Actually, I take that back. I have nested scenes in OBS now, so it's not in overlay. It is under model. So go to the model scene, and then I'm going to go to main model. I have to set to hidden, and you hit OK. So now what makes this fun is, oh, hi, Ash. I just saw you pop in. I was not expecting to see you because I knew you were working today. But hi, I'm glad you could make it in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for the gifts, guys. So one thing that's really cool about this thing, yeah, that sour buddy. That's a new one. Yeah, I appreciate you popping in, Ash. I know you really wanted to see this. I am recording, so I will have this as a tutorial on my YouTube as well. Once I get everything together and edited and whatnot, so you won't miss too much. But I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming in. So yeah. Anyhow. You can just copy these, so you can just duplicate sub action. My computer here. I can watch this later. Then great. Yes, you guys can definitely watch this later. This is like, wait, what? Oh, it says I can't watch either. I was like, oh, record. What is that? But yes, I do plan to publish this later. And yeah, so you guys, my streamer friends, if you want to watch this later, it will be out. I am going to do some editing to it, so it won't be out like immediately after stream, but it will be out soon after that. So, and yes, recording, I can't type either, so I get it. But yeah, so for this one, we have to do all the scene changes and stuff. So we're going to, we got the one to hide the main model. We duplicate it, and then we just have to, we can double click on it. You can stay right here, and everything stays the same except we're going to go to the source, and we're going to go to the book talk model, and we're going to switch it back to visible, and we hit OK. So now that switches the image for the model in OBS, so that way you guys see the change and you see the different model. Brain broke for a second. Yeah, I understand. I totally understand. So now we have it to where they switch the models out. Now this is a timed redeem. I have it for a whole minute. You redeem it, the book talk model will stay up for a solid minute, and then we flip back to the regular model. So now we just have to take both of these and do the exact same thing. But what's fun about this now is that we have one of each. You can duplicate each one. So, and see, it kind of tells you which is which. So we're going to do the book talk model first, and switch it to hidden, and then go to the regular one and switch it to visible. So now you have all of your state for that visibility to switch around, so that way you can have your model, your redeem act when it's activated, it'll switch my model between those two style models. So, but the thing is, right now this happens all instantly. This lined up, it happens in this order. So my main model gets hidden, the book talk model comes up, then immediately the book talk is hidden, and then my regular model comes back up. That's not what we want. That would be a really sorry ass redeem if we left it at that. So what we have to do now is right click, we have to add, go to core, and then delay. So this is just a delay. So let's see. See this one, I hate this one. It's in milliseconds, okay? The delay is in milliseconds. So I have to do some math to figure this out, and I don't like it. So I believe it's like 6,000 for that? Here, let me pull up the calculator though. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna work. Hold on, I have to use the Googles to do this. So, because it's kind of a dumb setup. So it's 60,000. Okay, I was off by a zero. So 60,000 milliseconds is a minute. Okay, so you got to put that number in there, or it'll be weird. It's gonna be wigged out, or it's gonna be longer or shorter depending on what you put it on. So yeah, it's a very interesting little thingy here. So, but yeah, you can also just select random, and then it's literally just a random amount of time where this will have a delay for. So once you put that in there, you hit OK, and now it's at the bottom. Well, that don't do us any good though, right? Because you don't want the delay after the fact. There you can do that for things that need a delay from one redeem to the other, like sound effects. If you don't want them to overlap, you can do that. You can do that. But so that's not what we're doing here. So what you do is you just click and you drag it in between. So now the way that this triggers is somebody will redeem the book talk model. My model my regular model will disappear. This one makes the book talk model visible, and then before it does anything else, it's going to wait a full minute before it does anything else, and then it will hide the book talk model and bring back up my other model. So all of that happens very quickly. It's, there's not some weird delay between these two, the hiding and the making visible. So there's not some weird lag or anything before it when you redeem it. But then it'll delay, and then it'll do the same thing in opposite order. Now, what I did, one of the last updates that I did in all of this before it all got deleted, was I added a sound to this. So when this redeem is redeemed and quote unquote purchased, it not only would change the sound. Oh no, not the book talk keeps. When this is redeemed, it played a soundbite for Careless Whispers. So, which was one of my favorite additions. I don't care for that song. It's so overplayed. I heard it. It's a good song. It's just so overplayed. I don't care to hear it. And this redeem, I absolutely loved hearing that sound pop up. So 100% adding that back in right now. So to do that, you right click, you go into add, and then I'm pretty sure this is a core as well. Yeah, yes, core sounds, and then play sound, because we want it to play the same sound every time it's redeemed. We don't want it to play a random sound. We want it to play the same one. So, some of you were there when I had my jump scare. Okay, yeah. I had my jump scare redeem when I played the horror games. I was in the process of setting that up to do a random sound, and I'll show you how that works as well here in a little bit. But right now, this is going to be just one sound. So it's going to be Careless Whispers. And then when we come over here, we're going to go out, and it pops us out to our file folders. And I have this set up and used it enough, it automatically comes to the folder where I have all of my sound effects at. So now you just have to find the sound effect that you want, and we're going to just put it in. I'm sure I scrolled right past it, didn't I? Yeah. Careless Whispers, you select it, hit open, boom. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So now it's in there. It's got a name. I can literally just do this, actually. Um, and then it's kind of volume thing, right? So hold on. What we're gonna do? We're gonna pause the music, and there's a test button. So and it'll play the sound. You hit, and you can kind of say, oh, is that volume loud enough? It's good enough. Um, some sounds effects that I've downloaded are just insanely loud. I mean, insanely loud. So I have to play them at like 50 or 75%. This one is not. So we are going to just hit OK. So again, it put it at the bottom. We don't want it to play at the end of the redeem. We want it to play at the beginning. So you have to just move it up to the top. Okay, just drag and drop it to the top. So with StreamerBot, for anybody that is curious on it or somebody that wants to use it and is curious on it, I these things in the sub action list have to be ordered from top to bottom, the way you want them to happen. So if you want, like this one, I want the sound to play at the very beginning, so it's redeemed, and then it starts the transition of the model. But it will, if you think about it, like in the code, when it starts to read it on this redeem, it will read the line to play the sound, and then the model transition from hiding to visibility, and then delay it, and then hidden for the book talk one to visible of the regular model. So it does it in that order. That is the order of operations. Oh, it didn't play the sound. Okay, that's fine. It's just a snippet of the Careless Whispers. I don't know why that didn't play. Oh, I know why it didn't play. Hold on. I know exactly why it didn't play, because I don't think this has a audio output. Yeah. So, boop. Okay. Hopefully you don't hear me twice now. That's going to be bad. So, but yeah. So, yeah, I can do it again though. So, yeah, you come here and then you just go. I think that was really loud for you guys, and I apologize. Oh, look, Shadow. Hey, look, my thing is working. The one thing I have set up. See, your first chat message has appeared. Hi, Shadow. How are you doing today? Yeah, sorry if that was really loud. But I have to use my desktop audio to do it, so hopefully you guys are not hearing me twice as well. But welcome in, Shadow. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We are doing a behind the scenes stream today. We are not doing a gaming stream right now because I made the mistake of deleting my streamer bot, which deleted everything, all my redeems and everything. So we're going through and setting all of that back up. Yeah, it definitely, where I'm at, it was like 80 degrees yesterday, and then before, when I left work this morning at 4, it was like in the 30s again. I was like, oh my god. And I didn't have my jacket because it was 80 degrees when I went in. So crazy. So yeah, stay warm up for sure. But yeah, so yeah, now that redeem is all done. So we do the same thing. This does get very repetitive. I understand. So we're gonna do another one. Go to add. We're gonna do another redeem. Let's do the 90s lighting one. And click OK. It creates it. Same thing again. Add Twitch channel rewards, reward redemption, and then drop down. And we're gonna set 90s lighting. Same. It was warm yesterday, and now it's back in the 30s. Yeah. I think last I saw where I'm at, it was like 38 or something. And I was like, come on. It was literally, I was sweating going into work at 80 degrees just yesterday. And it went from 80 to like mid upper 30s in like 12 hours. I was like, come on. Give you a good warning next time. Oh, I'm sorry, Corey. I'm sorry. Hopefully I didn't get you in trouble or anything because I know you're at work. Okay. So with the 90s lighting thing, so basically actually what we can do, you know what? Hold on. We're going to delete this one and we're going to come to the book talk one and we're going to duplicate it because we can do this and just rename it. Oh, it's just someone here. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how loud that was going to be when I first played it though. But yes, I will let you know if I do anything again. This one doesn't have a sound, so we're okay. We're okay. So yeah, then we just duplicate that one. We're gonna rename it. Now it gives me all of my my things, but as you see, it's going to book talk. We don't want that one. We want 90s lighting, so we'll swap and drop that. Go to the 90s lightings. Yeah, damn right it is. We're going to get rid of careless whispers because we don't need that. We don't need that sound to play. And then here, this is exactly the same. This is going to be the exact same. So now you can just double click it. You're going to go to your source though and put the 90s model. Oh, wait, hold on. Cancel. You're going to go to the one that has the book talk model on it. And then all I have to do is switch to the 90s model. Hit OK. Go to the same thing here. And then 90s model. And then OK. So now, just like that, we have 2 redeems that switch my model already done. They're done. So as you progress and you make more things in here, you can do things faster and faster and faster. So it's pretty nice when you have that option to just duplicate a whole action, and it gives you your triggers and all your sub actions. So yeah, so this one now, it has the hidden from my regular model, visible to the 90s model, delay of a minute, and then hidden for the 90s model and visible for my regular model. And boom, it's done. Okay, so let's go back to our redeems. Let's see what else we have here. I would like to see, there we go. Oh, we have an ad in 20 seconds, guys. Sorry. I apologize. I didn't catch that because it was covered up. So we'll be in ads for a little bit. So, but yeah, so now we do the same thing with the ears. The ears will have one as well. So we're gonna do a couple of those during ads. So we'll see you on the other side. Yeah, all my TikTok peeps don't get ads. Yeah, I am on TikTok for those that don't have ads on Twitch. I am on both today, so privileged. Hashtag privileged. That's funny. Yeah, that is one benefit over on TikTok versus Twitch. So, but yeah, so while Twitch is in ads, we're just going to do some of the more repetitive tasks so that they don't miss out on any new information. So we're going to do the ears redeem, where you can give me ears on my model. It's supposed to be 85 today, or winter temps are over. Thank goodness. Yeah. Okay, so actually, what am I doing? Delete that. We're going to just duplicate the 90s one because it's going to be set up the exact way that I need it to be set up already. Just have to rename it, and then boom, everything's pretty much done, except the only thing with this just being an accessory instead of a whole model shift, I only of these. I don't need both of them. So we're going to delete one out. That's hidden. So we'll delete this one out. And delete that out. Okay. So now you have a hidden. Oh, I have them backwards. Oh well. We have a hidden one. And then you have a visible one. I have them backwards. So we just have to flip those. But yeah, so it's all in my model scene. And you see, I just go to ears and then okay. And then we gotta switch this to hidden and do the same thing. And then boom. And now the redeem for my ears is working on Twitch. So somebody can redeem it and it will flip those. It will stay, it'll make them visible. It'll stay for a minute and then it'll go away. And then I have another one. So now that that's set up, we'll use this one as our template. Copy it and do the same thing for our horns redeem. So, and then again, the only thing you have to do is double click on here, come to your source, and just change the source that you want. The winter. Yeah, yeah. I actually am very hot natured and like the winter to a degree. Because I was in Minnesota and it was like snowing in like October. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like it was freezing cold and snowing like, you know, several inches. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't mind the cold because I'm so hot natured. And when I was in Vermont, I used to freak people out all the time because the hotel room I was in. So I could get something to drink, guys. Oh, okay. In Vermont, there was snow on the ground, and I had my AC in my hotel room set on 68 still. All right, welcome back, Twitch. Welcome back. You didn't miss a whole lot. All I did, I made the horns and the ears redeem. I made the actions for those two. And they're very simple. I basically copied the same thing from the 90s lighting and the book talk model, just copy them over. The only difference is I only need one visibility change instead of two because it's just adding something to my model. So we just go in, deleted out the extra, changed the scene and left the delay, and changed the scene that it was changing. So now our horns and our ears, those redeems both work. We don't get long periods of winter temps, usually only a couple weeks, but I absolutely dislike it. I spend most of the year in a hoodie, either because the outside is cold or the inside is cold. That is very true. Okay, 40 to 30 degrees, yes please. Warm is 60 to low 70s, but I am in a high. I don't get a choice. Yeah. So ideally, back home where I'm from, low 70s and like 75 even, and below is not bad. Preferably 65 to 70 would be ideal for me. Back home now. Anything above like 25 in most of the states I've been up north that gets snow is not terrible. Light jackets, things like that. So I have a little bit bigger spectrum on my temperature preferences when I'm in the north. So it is it's very interesting. That was one of the things that I found out with my job and traveling, spending so much time up in the north, is the air makes such a big difference. Because back home, the air is so humid. When it gets to like, it can be like 50 degrees and it can feel really, really cold because the air itself is just so cold and so wet. It just seeps through everything you wear and goes straight to your bones. So yeah, it's yeah, but when you come up north, the air dries out some in most places, other than certain places that are close to the lakes, you know, like the Great Lakes area and stuff like that. Obviously, it can get cold. And that's some of the reason that where I'm at currently, yeah, is why it has some of the flip flops that it does, is because I'm not too terribly far away from some of those lakes. So, icky. Yeah. Yeah. Wet cold definitely sucks. I don't like it. It's not fun. Not fun at all. So, so yeah, but all that said, um you know what? I just realized I can actually change my stuff for TikTok. See, this is what I don't get on TikTok. I don't do a lot of streaming on TikTok, so I might actually change that. So that's kind of cool. I never paid attention to that. So, look, the things that happen with me behind the scenes, you're getting, the veil is being lifted. Behind the scenes. Let's do this instead of let's do boom. Hey, look at there. I have things updated. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Um, for any new faces here, I see I think a couple people I don't recognize right off the top. The new people that are here. My name is Keebs. I am actually a variety game streamer, but those in my Discord wanted to see some of the behind the scenes of how I set up things for my Twitch channel for interaction, and the redeems and things like that. And I had to do this anyways because I accidentally deleted it all. So welcome in, patrons and pixels. I am Keebs. This is KBS, and we are in the studio today, showing you how that works. Right now we're in a season of very wet fog, the occasional thunderstorms, and control burns, so it's smoky. Oh yeah, the control burns is always fun. So I forget about that. All right, so all right, let's see what other redeems we got. Let's see if there's anything. So hydrate. Um, there's that. Oh. Let's do this one. The power off redeem. So this is a redeem that will actually make me stop. So it's going to be very interesting in things like Wukong, um, where every half a second is very important. Um, so this has not been used on me yet, thankfully, but it is a very interesting idea. I actually stole this from a good friend of mine, King Whitehead. He has a 5 and a 10-second stop because he plays a lot of solo games. So we're just gonna name it 5-second stop. Hit OK. So I'll come over here again to add. Go to Twitch, channel reward redemption. Okay, so it's going to bring up our little menu here, and we are going to go down, power off, 5-second stop right there. Okay, and hit OK. Now this one was very fun to make in a lot of ways because it was a lot different than the others, because what we're going to do, we're going to add a sound first off, because I have a sound. We're going to play sound. We're going to use the file name. I have to remember. Okay. Yes, A, stop the violence. So open. Okay, so I have to keep moving this stuff because I'm trying to see everything. And I know you guys can see it. So when you see all these things moving around, it's just so I can see all my buttons and stuff. Okay, so record. Oh, thanks for all the likes, guys, over there on TikTok. Thank you guys. Um, thank you so much. So recording, I am going to play the sound, but I am going to take it down to about 50%. Because I think this one was a little loud. So I'm going to test this sound just so you have a heads up, recording, because I know you have one headphone in while you're at work. I am playing a sound. Okay, so it's not very loud. So, well, I say that. Hold on. Before I move it up too much, want to do it again? So yeah, it actually is kind of loud on there. I don't know why that is so loud. That's so annoying. Okay, so I'm not gonna play it again, but it is at 100%. We're gonna leave it there for right now. I can come back and adjust those, and we're gonna hit OK. So the very first thing that's gonna happen when you redeem this is that sound going, "Hey, stop the violence." That's the first thing that's going to play, right? Oh, I can start the music back up. I don't know why. I really would like. I would really like to be able to do this music through something other than. I really like to be able to play this music through something other than my desktop audio. Hold on. We're gonna cut this down because until I figure out exactly what's going on with it, I'm not happy with the way it's set up, to be honest. But I want to play his music. I love his music. So yeah. Again, yeah, I know. I cut it down. I cut it down. I cut it down. I apologize, guys. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hopefully that's better. Why is this being difficult? I don't like it. Okay. Well, fine. Fine. It's being a pain. We're just gonna cut it out. We're just gonna cut it out. So that go away. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to play with that. That's the OBS thing. Because I have permission from the artist to use his music, and I want to I want to use his music in my streams, but for whatever reason, I've got to figure out what's going on. Oh, I just realized my model disappeared. It didn't even tell me my model disappeared. I need to be over here talking in the corner. Snowing gets bad. We usually get like 4 inches of snow, but there are times we get like 12. Good Lord, Shadow. Yeah, that's no fun. That's no fun. No fun at all. I don't like when snow builds up like that. It's not fun. Okay. So now that that's all like done and dandy, I wonder if I can just add. Yeah, okay, that should be good. So that streamer bot should be playing. Oh, wait. That's not the way I had it. So. Yeah, that last snowfall we had back home was crazy. Okay. Well, I hate that I can't use my music. It's bothering me. It's so bothering me. Anyhow, back to this. Oh, Shadow, you probably not too far away from where I'm at then. Right now, if you're near the Great Lakes. That's pretty cool. Okay, so 5 second stop. So we got a sound when it's redeemed, but then what we want to do is there. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the order, so I can just make them in order. We're going to do an OBS. Or actually, it's a couple of things. So sources, set visibility. I don't remember. Yep. So there's this. So we're going to set that to visible. So that puts the matter of fact, hold on. Watch these. How do I think this is da, 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 da. Wait. Okay. Bye, Rory. Bye. Thanks for dropping in. And yeah, I'll let you know as soon as this comes up to watch the whole thing. My year isn't prep for snow. I'm in Lower Alabama, so we definitely don't have anything to have. So let's just, I won't. Hi, Mutt. Welcome. Welcome in. I mean, you were here lurking, I'm sure. Let's see. So, Shadow, I am basically 2.5 hours away from Chicago, where I am. So, there are several options of sides that you are. I am south of Chicago, and I am 2.5 hours away from Chicago. So yeah, that's freaking crazy. That you're like, damn. So am I. That's so funny. All right. Um, all right. So now back. Now that my ADD has gone crazy, now that's freaking crazy though. Um, so yeah, we're gonna set the visibility for this redeem counter. That redeem is literally just a timer that will pop up on my screen or on the stream to show that. So it's gonna play this sound. It's gonna play this timer, and then what I also going to do is go into OBS, and there's another one I'm gonna do. So thank you, Mutt. Thank you. Bragging on me. That's crazy. Okay, so this one's in model though. We're gonna change another visibility because we're gonna do the static face, which as you see I spelled wrong. So we're gonna make it visible. Go okay. And then go back to do a delay. And it's 5 seconds. I think is 5. I think, yeah, 5,000. That's what I thought. I thought it was 5,000. Not 50,000. 5,000. Okay, so then there's the delay, and then we're gonna we're gonna duplicate this for the static face, and we're just gonna make it hidden, and then boom, done. Okay, so I want to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys how this works. So what is this? This was all model, right? So I need the model. Oh wait, I already have the model one. My bad. Yes. but I need the redeem one. That's the one I need, not the model one. Redeems. Okay, so there's that. So let's see. Damn, Shadow, that's fucking crazy, man. You we're gonna have to like DM on Discord or something. Cause if we're really close to one another, I would, if you're up for it, I would love to meet up just to like talk IRL, dude. That would be freaking insane. Like I would love one day to meet all of my streamer friends IRL and get to know them for real. Like even if it's just like, hey, let's go out to lunch or something. That would be crazy. I'm doing that. I have one meetup already set up for a little later in April. But but yeah, that's crazy. That is so freaking crazy, man. All right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do? I think I have everything set up. So what I can do? What a great thing is you can test the trigger. So I can test the trigger. Boom. So now you can see that for the 5 seconds, my face has a little static on it. It did not show. Why did it not show my redeem? Oh, I know. I think I know why. Hold on. Let's try that again. This sound is, I think, coming through kind of loud. I'm trying to monitor sound volumes through the TikTok stream, so I apologize. So we're gonna try it again. So if you are using headphones, I apologize if this is a little loud. I'm confused why my timer's not coming up. I'm trying to figure out why my timer is not working. Okay, hold on. Why is this? Why is this being a butthole? All right, so that stuff is working. It ain't got time for that, obviously. Interesting. There we go. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Now when you redeem it, except what I do is I want to put it like right here, so that way when you do it, oh why? Why is it not doing the thingy? So I know you guys can't see my OBS screen, um, but it's acting kind of crazy. I don't know why it's. Hold on, take that one off. Oh, look there, Mutt's redeeming stuff already. Look there. Thank you, Mutt, for the redeem. Wait, it activated like everything. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be off. I gotta go work on some stuff before I have to go retrieve our children from the place that gives them knowledge. All right, sounds good. Okay. So I didn't change these, so that's funny. That's funny. Cancel. Okay. So let's put these to that. So now you won't have all of these things pop at the same time. Mutt got a combo bundle there. Okay, I am curious of why the timer is not working. Oh, hold on. I wonder if it's... Okay, let's see that if that works. Yep, I guarantee that's why. Boom. Ha ha ha. Yep, see, I forgot one of the things. We're going to put the timer in the corner there, so it's not the whole screen. So yeah, now the timer pops up and my little face gets the static on it. So yeah, sweet. So what it was is, if you ever have that issue, I did not have my source go back hidden, so the timer would not restart, because it will, every time it becomes visible, it restarts that animation to do that timer. So with it being not going and being hidden, the next time you redeemed it, it wouldn't have popped the timer. So yeah. So yeah, but we got that fixed. So yeah, so we got all of that. And then we got the sounds, we have all the visibility, we have the delay for how long that's supposed to last, and then we're good. We're good there. All right. So what's next? What's next? Let's see. We're going to keep going with some of the redeems. So we need to do mute. We're going to do mute. So this is a mute for 5 seconds. So we're going to come into our redeems and go to add. We're going to mute. Redeems, all of that is still good. So we're going to add the trigger, go to Twitch channel rewards, redemption. And we got to make sure we actually have the mute. We're gonna add, go to OBS. Now this one is real fun, because I have to remember. Okay, source. Scenes. I'm trying to remember which one it was. So image source, browser source, flip source, audio track state. No, that's not what I want. So yeah, OBS, scenes. I'm an idiot. Set source mute state. Okay, so, and this one we work in the overlay one the most. So we're gonna go to overlay, we're going to mic, and we're gonna hit muted, and then boop. And then we're going to oh yeah, I think there's a sound for this one too. So we're gonna go to core, sound, play sound. I think there's a sound for this one. We're gonna see. I think it was. I'm pretty sure there was one. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, maybe there's not one. Cancel that. Cancel that. We don't need that no more. We don't need that no more. Okay. All right. So, so we have the mic muted. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do into the delay. We're gonna do it's a 5-second delay, so 5,000 milliseconds. We're going to duplicate this. Q's is teaching us stuff. Yeah, this is that behind the scenes stuff, man. I think this didn't you say you wanted this? Were you one of the ones that voted to have this? Pretty sure. Pretty sure you were there. You were there. Yeah. So this is now the mute is boop boop. I will make a message for this as well. So I'm going to check this now. So we're going to do a test. See, I got muted. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so yeah, it mutes me. So what we're going to do, we're going to send a chat message though. So we're going to go to Twitch, chat, send message to channel. And we'll do the same thing with a username, percentile, which is a variable. So it'll pull whoever redeemed it. Hit the mute button. And we'll do that, and we'll move this to the top because we want that at the top. So now, let's see if it works. We're going to test it. Okay, boom. So when you test them, it pulls a random name. So this one said record muted me. So yeah, that's how the redeems work. Let's see. We'll try to get. Let's try to do something different here. So I had a lot of like chat games. So let's add one here. Let's do the remote. Everyone liked the remote, it seemed like. So what we're gonna do is do chat games. I'll make a new group here. So again, we just clear that name out and we put what we want. Name the redeem, or not the redeem, the action. So now we have this. Okay, so let's go here. All right. So okay. All right. So now for the remote thing, this was a command. So we come over here to our command list, which we have none. So we're gonna stay in actions though. We got our remote here. We got our trigger. We're gonna add trigger. I have to remember. Yep, commands. Command triggered. So what command is it? We don't have one. So we're gonna hit create command. So now it brings up this. So what is this command? This is going to be, we're going to just name it remote because that's going to be the name. We're going to hit include. And then the command for it is going to be exclamation point remote because that's what it is. So we have to start with it. There's not a group for it. So we're gonna ignore bot messages. It's not gonna be case sensitive. We're not gonna have a cooldown on it. And then see, yeah, you can see all your sources of where it goes. So we're not gonna have a cooldown because that's, I mean, well, actually, I will put a user cooldown of, let's do like 15 seconds. No, we're gonna do 30 seconds. That way, it can't just be spammed back to back to back, and disrupts chat as a whole. Now, this is allowing everybody to do it. So that's the very basic, very simple command. We're going to name it, put the mode. This is what actually is triggering it, and everybody's allowed to do it. There's no special privileges for this one. So we're going to do that. We hit OK. Move this back over out of our way. So now, what do we do though? What is it going to do? So, so what we have to do, I think, hold on. I'm trying to remember where it is. Random. That's what it is. Okay. So we have to, okay. So we have to right click on this and hit random. I have to make sure that for this specific one that this is selected and it's random. So now we got our trigger, our command trigger. We're going to add a Twitch message. So Twitch chat send message. Do the same thing, percent username. And oh, I forgot the E. Username. Let's do did not find the remote first. Not say, I'm gonna say gotta keep looking. Okay, so it'll say username did not find the remote, gotta keep looking. Boom, right? And then see, now we have a wait thing here, right? So the way I did this last time, I think I did it so it was so hard, and we had a lot of people not finding the remote. So there's a lot of non-finding of the remote. So what we're going to do is we're going to weight this a little bit different. So we're going to do this one right here. And the weight as well. If I use 0 means it's random value. So items. So we're going to rate this one. We're going to say okay. And then we're going to duplicate this same thing, but we're going to change the message to found the remote and say good job, right? Just something. I'm just putting something in there. So yeah, I plan to for this one specifically to have a lot more involved with it, but I just have not got to the point to be able to do all that yet. So at some point, now that I'm having to redo all of it, we will. So we'll change that message to that. So you found the remote, right? But we're gonna change this weight to 9. So now 1 out of every 10 times you should be finding the remote. So if we come over, oh, wrong one. If we come over to our Twitch chat and we go remote, and look, boom, very first try, I found it. So yeah, and then if you do it again, it should Good Lord. It may be too easy, so we got to change the weight. Yeah, see, it is always being found now. Okay, so let's see. For the moment you will apply weight as a decimal point, rates are a bit different from raw percentage. Let's say you have 4 items and you want to be weighted equally for randomness, you can enter a value of 1 or wait. Okay, so what is... Oh, hi, Corey. You're giving likes again. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Okay, so what is... we're going to... I see. Thank you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I see Alfrey is here too. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for stopping by. So we are not gaming today. Ricory, I know you were here earlier, but we are not gaming today. We are doing a little behind the scenes right now. I will be gaming later tonight at my normal time for stream. But I had to set up StreamerBot, and I figured I had to do it anyways. And there may be some people out there that wanted to know what's going on and what's happening, so I figured I would give it a chance. So right now I am having a brain fart. So we are going to do this. There we go. Boom. Cancel. And I'll wait. 0.9. Trying to get this chat game back set up. Oh, I need to catch that. I'm back too. So tonight I should be starting no later than 9 p.m. Eastern. However, more than likely it will be about 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. If you are in my Discord, which I believe both of you are, Ricori and Alfrey, there should be also a notification that will tell you to go when I go live as well. So keep an eye out on that. But for sure, no later than 9. But more likely around 8 or so. What am I doing tonight? I don't know exactly yet. I got to get with a couple people that I usually play with on Fridays. But yes, I am going to be doing some of that gaming like normal. All right, so we're going to try this remote thing again. All right, I need to learn all of this. All of what? The streamer bot? Okay, see now we're doing better. I'm spamming my own chat, guys, on TikTok, or not on TikTok, on Twitch. Okay, so we need to adjust the weight on this a little bit because it is there. Yeah, StreamerBot is fun. I do like messing with it. It does get a little tedious, to be honest, because all these things like this chat game, it getting the weight right so that way the balance of people finding it versus not finding it is there. Because I mean, you want it to be hard, but you don't want it to be so hard that nobody can find it, and then it's just not fun for anybody, right? So you know, you gotta kind of balance it. Yeah, okay. I had to make sure my brain was thinking right. Okay, so da 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 da. So da 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 da. Man, what is happening here? I like always finding the remote. Did I do it backwards? Hold on. That's why. I did it backwards, guys. I'm sitting here figuring out why in the world this ain't working right. It's because I weighted it backwards. So I had the finding the remote at almost always, and the not finding the remote at um almost never. So I'll never find that remote. It's fine. Hey, it's gonna be set up a little bit better this time. So okay, so you have a 100th. It's 1 out of 100 chances to find the remote at the way it's set up right now. So yeah, yeah, guys. It's something a little it's fun. I had a roulette one before. I'm not going to put that one back on here because it was a timeout roulette and no one really played it. So I'm not going to worry about it. It was kind of a risky thing anyways because it would actually time you out for like a few seconds, like 10 seconds or something like that, I think it was, where you couldn't do anything on Twitch or in my stream. So yeah. But no one did it, and I never knew. I wasn't ever 100% if it actually worked. So, but hey, I have the remote one. The remote one has been found. Now you can get more complicated with this too because you can do. So you can go to core, and then what was it? It logic. So if else in here, so you start getting into some a little more complicated stuff. It's really fun to play with this stuff. The if else, basically, like I'll show you. If you go in here, so it's you get your input, and then it's if it input equals this, then you have the vary. So when adding an if else sub action, two groups called the true result and false result will automatically be added underneath the sub action. So add your sub action to either of these groups to perform actions based on the result if the expression of this expression. Input now supports variable parsing. So you can put a variable here. You can say it equals, does not equal, contains, less than, greater than, all these different things, and it'll create groups. And then it's like, if this is true, so say somebody said, hey, I found the remote, like in this one. It's like, hey, if it's true that they found the remote, then do this. And I could make like an image pop up or something like that. One of the things that I would use that for is with this specific chat game, what I would love to do is have a in-chat currency that is not directly linked to Twitch. So that way the chat can use the chat currency to do certain things. But when you find the remote, you get rewarded for finding the remote. So those are very complicated things I have yet to figure out. I am trying. But yeah. Yeah, and I'm still learning. There is a lot of YouTube videos out there, though. So, Rory, I will gladly help you learn all of this when you get ready for it. But there's also a lot of YouTube University classes, so to speak, out there. So, yeah, it's kind of there's a lot of information out here about this, and you'll see a lot of information of videos that will have like a white like file folder look to it. That's just the old setup. A lot of that still works, but the UI, the user interface for this program looks a lot better now. So it's very beneficial. So yeah, so there's all of that. The setting up. So now we have the remote command. Ooh. So we're gonna add another one. This is one that was not actually played a whole lot. sound effects. Oh. But I always thought it was funny. And this one will create a random number. And this is going to be the PP one. So this was really fun when I first introduced it. It got a lot of hits and attempts. So it was fun. Actually, you know what? We can actually do this on chat games as well. So we're going to go in here to our source, our triggers. We're going to add. We're going to go back to core and commands. Okay, my brain is not. There we go. It was just not picking it up. Okay, so we're going to go create command. Which is going to put PP in there, and this exclamation point PP. And yes, it's as bad as it sounds. It's funny though. It is funny. So it starts. There's no group. We're going to ignore bot messages. Excuse me, guys. We're going to turn the bot messages off because I do put in my welcome message. I usually put active commands in the welcome message. So we're going to leave that off so it doesn't trigger. But internal messages, which is me, we're going to leave that on there. Hit OK. I'm going to do that. And then boom, we have that command. So now I have to remember all this, but we're going to do a play sound. So core sounds, play sound. Move this up, and we're going to use the file name. And this one is fun. Corey, I'm going to play another sound here in a second, just so you have a heads up. And if you, Alfie, if you are also using headphones, I'm going to be playing a sound. I can't clear my throat now. I am going to turn it down for everybody's safety to about 50%. We're going to see. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is a pretty loud one, so we're going to go to about 75% on this. I leave it there. So it's going to play that sound. It's the first thing that it is going to do is play that sound. And then what we have to do, this is the fun part that I don't remember. So we're going to send a message. And we're going to use a variable that we've used several times, so user name. So that way it pulls whoever used the command. I'm going to pull their username. I'm going to go username, and it has a I think it's random number, I think is the thing. I think that is. Let me double check. Number variable streamer bot. I think it is there. For integers, access variable sub action will populate specific variables based on the things. For percentages, random percent, random float for a float between use. We get a I don't want to do that. The user rolled a. Okay, I think that's right. I think as long as I spelled everything right, I think that's right. So I'm gonna turn the sound off. But we're going to see if that works now. So we're going to go up here and we're going to right click and hit test. and it is not working. Username. Let's see. The capitalization is important on this. Okay, so I got one fixed, not the other. Like, it's really picky when you do these. What is this? What is this? Variable. Oh, I see. The R is not capitalized. Let's see if that fixed it. Nope. Random number. Interesting. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. When random type is between a number, add a random number into arguments. Use percentage, use a random. Oh, okay. So I have to. So I have to add this sub action first. Okay, so we're gonna go to a sub action. I have to. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it is. Oh, wait, there it was. Get random number. Haha. So between, we're gonna say 1, and let's be crazy, and we're just gonna say 24, and then okay. Boom. Okay. Boom. Boom. There it is. See, sometimes I have to remember some of this stuff too. So boom, 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 boom. Thank you for all the likes, guys. And I know I'm distracting myself and focusing in a little bit, but man, I appreciate you guys for all the likes. Y'all got me. Whoa, y'all got me to 4K likes, man. That's awesome, and that much appreciated for real. Much appreciated. So yeah, now my Twitch chat, you can see it on the screen. And now, if you test it, why is it? Why did it do that? There we go. So it'll give you a random number, and it gives you whoever you redeemed it on. So it's pretty neat. The things you can do with that, and of course it'll play this sound too. So every time you do it, it's like plays the hub intro music. So it's very entertaining. Very entertaining indeed. So I'm trying to think what was some other commands that I had, and I don't remember what my commands were. That's the downfall of a lot of this. So I know one of them is going to be an auto clip thing, so that way in the Twitch side of things, if I do something funny or something crazy happens and chat says certain words, it will automatically clip a 2-minute segment for me. So that way, when I go back to edit for short form content later, I have a bunch of clips. I just have to do a little bit of editing, and I don't have my entire 2, 3, 4 hour stream, whatever it is, to try to go through to find clips and make things work like that. So there's a lot of AI websites to help find clips and make clips with like cutting stuff down like that. A lot of them you have to pay for, so I'm not fond of that. I'm not fond of AI as a whole. That's not a bad use of it though. There's some really, really good uses for AI. I do use some AI on several things, that being one of the cases I use it for without issue. and it does help the process of content creation. But yeah. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have here? What else do we have? Um, so we've got several of our actions. Most of our redeems are back live. Um, Snack time and hydrate. I need both of those to go. I need to make both of those still. Commands. I can't remember all of the commands that I had. That's the downfall right now. Um, so I can't think of what all the commands I had. Like I said, I know there was an auto clip one that would automatically clip out um things for me. That's very complicated, and I'm gonna have to watch the video again to do that. So I'm not gonna do that here. But yeah, so overall, um, I think that, I mean, that's pretty much the basics. It's very simple. If you guys want to use any of this, feel free to DM me. I'll help best I can. There's a lot of YouTube out there, like YouTube videos talking about StreamerBot. There is a lot of information out there about it. So definitely go look it up and see. You can do multiple platforms. YouTube and Twitch are both on here. Kick is on here. Trove. I mean, they don't have a bunch of platforms to integrate to. I cannot do this with TikTok. As much as I would love to have something like this for TikTok, I don't have it. Um, so yeah, so there's a lot of things here that you can kind of play with. You can kind of do. Um, so you like defaults, actions, all these different like things that you can mess with. You can connect your OBS into the different platforms you're on. The commands to do all kinds of stuff. The actions. And that, I mean, the actions are pretty simple. For sure. So if there's more detailed things that you guys want, like I said, just feel free to DM me, hop in my Discord, which is linked in my Twitch page. I do have the link for my link tree on my TikTok, but it's kind of harder to get because I don't have the followers to put just the link. But yeah, hit me up on Discord. DM me through whatever social media platform you're watching me on right now. That works as well. And I'll try to answer any questions, or I can at least find you a YouTube video that's a good one to help you out with any of this stuff. Um, but I think for right now, this is where I'm going to end because I am drawing a blank on what else to do mainly right now. I have been live for just a little over 2 hours now. So, so yeah, there's several things here that you can do with StreamerBot. I absolutely love it. You do sounds and play sounds. You do all your redeems through here. It shows you like the action history of everything, and all, man. So it's very awesome. Maybe I'll do another one of these at some point, and we'll just see how things go. Um, so you guys let me know if you're in my Discord, especially. Let me know if this is the behind the scenes kind of stuff is more of what you guys want to see. If you want to do Q&A sessions and whatnot, while I do things like this, editing or whatever, just let me know. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you, Shadow, for hanging out with me on Twitch, and Alf, excuse me, Alfred and Ricori both over on TikTok. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. I really, really, really do. So let's